Previously, I told you there was an easy way to tell whether you were going to edit a template versus editing like a post, a page, a challenge, anything like that. And that would be to look for the edit site button and then to look for the edit like blank, edit page, edit post, edit challenge, that sort of thing button. And so if it had an edit button over here, you're going to click that. But if it has an edit site button over here, you're going to click that. And there are a couple places where that's a little weird. I think I mentioned one or two of them in the first video, but I want to add the challenge to that. So just to revisit, I had mentioned previously that this blog page and this homepage were kind of weird examples of that, where they do actually have templates you can edit. Maybe not the front page. I think definitely this page. So let me check real quick. Okay, so all recipes goes to this page that looks like you can edit it, but if you try and click in here, you can't. And that's because it's just pulling in that latest post, or specifically that one page that I've defined in here. And so that's why this one's a little weird. It does have its own template, but because it says edit page, you're going to edit the page there. So it's weird, but it still makes sense-ish. The homepage is kind of similar. It also has an edit page button. If you actually click edit site, it takes you to this landing page, which does not have the content previewed right here. But if you look inside of this list view, you see it's displaying content, and that's kind of how it's getting pulled in here. So I know that's really confusing as well, but that is basic knowledge to kind of explain how this works. So I think this one challenge page is going to be confusing because this here, I was on challenge, but this URL is different. So we're going to load this January 2024. That actually goes to show that there is an edit post. And I can edit this January baking challenge using edit post. But based on how I wanted to have the challenge page automatically update whenever the new post is published so that you never have to come in and change out what this one URL shows, this is a template that pulls in that latest post. And so if you go to edit site, you'll see that it says archive challenge, and similar to one of the other pages, you kind of try and click in here and you can't edit anything. And if we look at that, it's because it's showing content automatically. In this case, I'm using a loop to make sure that it's pulling in the latest challenge, and then it pulls in that content. So I think this one's really weird because if you want to edit this challenge page, it'll seem like you need to click on edit site because you don't see an edit post button. But this is just one of the exceptions to that rule because this particular page, this one URL, is showing the content from basically a whole post type. So if you are looking to edit a specific item, then you'd have to go to that direct URL and edit post there. So this is, these are a few different places that kind of that rule doesn't fully work. I know that that's confusing. It's just a WordPress thing-ish and kind of a special thing we're doing for your site thing-ish. But takeaway here is that if you can't edit the post when you click on edit site and the list view shows that there is post content being pulled in, then that means that somewhere else there is a post or a page that actually needs to be edited instead.